My mother died 4 months ago. I realized for the first time they wanted me to take my mother's place. For 30 years, these women forgot past wrongs, laughed and played, lost and won, and told the best stories.
I watched Vincent and Winston play during Christmas week. The chessboard seemed to hold elaborate secrets waiting to be untangled. The chessmen were more powerful than old Lee's magic herbs that cured ancestral curses, and my brothers wore such serious faces that I was sure something was at stake that was greater than avoiding the tradesman door to Hong Sing's. My mother believed in God's will for many years. It was as if she had turned on a celestial faucet and goodness kept pouring out. Later I discovered that maybe it was fate all along, that faith was just an illusion, that somehow you're in control. I know now that I have never expected to find Bing, just as I know now I will never find a way to save my mirror. Fate is shaped half by expectation, half by inattention. My mother, she still pays attention to it, that Bible under the table. I know she sees it. I remember seeing her write in it before she wedged it under. My mother believed you could be anything you wanted to be in America. You could become rich, you could become instantly famous. My mother told me what my schedule would be for piano lessons and piano practice. When my mother told me this, I felt as though I had been sent to hell. My mother squared her shoulders and bragged, and right then I was determined to put a stop to her foolish pride. For after our struggle at the piano, she never mentioned me playing again. The lesson stopped, the lid to the piano was closed, shutting out the dust, my misery, and her dreams. My mother had looked into my rice bowl and told me I would marry a bad man. Lena, she had said after that dinner so many years ago, your future husband will have one pockmark for every rice you do not finish. And I thought of a mean neighbor boy who had tiny pits in his cheek, and it was true. Those marks were the size of rice grains. My loathing for Arnold had grown to such a point that I eventually found a way to make him die. He didn't die right away. In fact, it was some 5 years later, by which time I had become quite thin. Off to the side is the black face, the smooth cylinder broken in half. The freeze is strewn in a puddle of water. Fallen down, she says simply. She doesn't apologize. It doesn't matter, I say, and I start to pick up the broken glass shards. I knew it would happen. Then why don't you stop it? Asked my mother. And it's such a simple question.